Today I'm going to talk about influence and the psychology of persuasion from Robert Cialdini's book. And he talks about 6 weapons of influence, and we're going to go through each of these 6 weapons today. And I want you to think about how you can use them in your sales, your marketing, in your culture, in your teams, and your customer experience. The first one we're going to talk to you about is reciprocity. So when someone does something for us or gives us something, we feel obliged to repay in kind. So it facilitates sharing, it supports the relationship and social advancement of that relationship, and you feel indebted to repay a favor even if you don't want to. That's not saying we always should try and do something to make sure someone gives us something back, but I want you to keep it top of mind. So are you using reciprocity to the advantage of your business? So when they looked at this, there was a raffle ticket seller, and they found that if they gave out a free Coca-Cola, that would increase the raffle ticket sales by that person by 3 times the amount. It's the same as when you go to a bakery and they give you free samples, you're more inclined to buy more or buy that bread from the place. It's also when you are making your sales presentation and you say, hey, it was $597, but you put a line through that and you say it's only $197 or only $97 today. This is similar because you've conceded the larger amount and given it to them for the smaller amount. So this is reciprocity. I want you to think about how you can use this. Next is consistency. Once someone takes a stand or makes a choice, you feel obliged to compelled to behave in a consistent manner with your earlier commitment to yourself, especially if you've done it on an outward angle and you've done it more of a social commitment on your social platforms, and people then will keep you more accountable as well. So consistency is associated with clarity, reliability, and inconsistency is associated with confusion or deceit. So are you consistent with your sales message? Are you consistent with also your marketing message? Are you consistent with the way you convey to your teams your message internally and your vision for your business? So with this, a written statement from the party is so powerful. Can you get them to write a declaration when they come into your business? It's like, this is my long-term goal. This is why I must achieve my long-term goal. And you can even get them to take a picture of that, put it on their social media, for that's why they want to commit change, and this is the change they're looking to commit to. So this is more, they'll be more inclined to stick forward and stay consistent with what they've said. Once someone undertakes this change and has made this declaration that they're going to have this change, and they're inside a culture of change as well, like a gym, they're more inclined to stick with this change. So this is why in sales you can have trial paid memberships, like a 14-day or 21-day or 28-day challenge, and then inside this internal, this small challenge, you get them to declare for a longer term period that this is what the results I want to achieve over a 20-week or a 24-week period. And they're more inclined, once they're inside that culture, once they already started that training sessions, when they told people they want to make change and they want to change for the rest of their life, they're more inclined to stay consistent with this initial suggestion that they've put out to the world, or this declaration. The next is social proof. So we assume if a lot of people are doing something, that it must be correct. Think about the keto diet. The more people posting about the keto diet, the more people think the keto diet works. This is the same as TV shows with canned laughter. You're watching a sitcom and they press the laughter button, there's laughing behind it, then we're more inclined to laugh. We're supposed to think that that's something to laugh at. It's when you go to a nightclub or you go to a bar and there's a long line outside, you're like, it must be good inside, so you line up as well. So when people say there's best-selling books on Amazon or something similar to that, we're more inclined to buy the best-selling book because we think it must be great. Tip jars. That's when tip jars are full versus empty. If a tip jar is full, more inclined to put a tip in there. And testimonials. So if we see testimonials about a product or service with people just like us, we are also more inclined to buy that product or service. The next is likability. Generally, when we like someone, we're more likely to agree with them. So this can be done through referrals, like friendships and personal relationships. So they bring a sense of connection, safety, and obligation to that. That's why referrals are pretty much the easiest sales you could ever do, because they give you the bridge of likability. But you can also increase your likability. So this can happen with physical attractiveness. Good looking people have an unfair social advantage. And because we look at physical attractiveness with physical appeal and positive traits. So unfortunately, that's just how it is. Similarity also works as well. So we tend to like people who are similar to us in background, in interest, in age, in personality, and in clothes. Then when we look at how to increase our likability, we can do this through compliments. When we praise someone, we tend to view them more favorably. So we should go 3 positive to 1 negative when we're talking to someone, because that increases that social advancement again. So when we're looking at contact and cooperation, we like what's familiar. When we're exposed to something again and again, we're more likely or more predisposed to move towards it. So this is why your marketing message, this is why your sales presentations should be similar or be consistent, and it will increase your likability as well because they believe in you and your message. And then we have conditioning and association. So what we associate with someone, if you're constantly saying bad news, we associate a dislikability. We dislike that person. If you're giving them good news, there's a likability towards it as well. So what are you giving and what message are you sharing? The next is authority. So each one of us, to a degree, is wired to obey figures of authority. This comes down from, kids with the police, kids with parents, kids with teachers in school. We listen to authority, we obey authority, and to a degree. So authority offers a shortcut to decision making. 9 out of 10 dentists agree that you should have this toothpaste. 7 out of 10, sports people say you should eat Weet-Bix, or whatever it is. When you're growing up, that's why it's said. Titles, clothes, when we're looking at authorities, recommendations, authority works. So how can you put authority into your business or get recommendations from authority for your business that increases the influence to your customers? Next is scarcity. So when we perceive something to be scarce and it's limited in availability, we want it even more. So the first 5 people to sign up get X. So the first 5 people to sign up get 3 personal training sessions worth $300. So there's only 2 places left. So increasing the scarcity increases influence to get someone to buy your product. And we're also motivated rather than gain something, not to lose something. So if you can say, if you sign up before day 14, you get this $200 supplement voucher, but you have to sign up before day 14. They don't want to lose the $200 voucher. You could even give them the voucher and you say you have to give this back before day 14, and we take $200 off your ongoing membership. So again, this gives scarcity. So the more you can use this, to a degree, will increase your influence on the person. Influence is in everything we do, every single thing. So in your business, how can you use these 6 weapons of influence? Your marketing, with your sales, with your teams. I want you to think about how you can use and implement each of these weapons of influence to take your business to the next level.